To be successful, you have to work on self-improvement. You should always improve on yourself. Look at yourself as life. Everything around you is constantly moving. Things come into existence, it grows, it dies, and the cycle carries on. So you will have ideas which will grow and ideas which will die. But you constantly work on improving yourself. So when opportunities come, you can capitalize on it. Self-improvement is one of the greatest investments that you can do for yourself, because you have to market yourself to the world to get what you want to get. You are a representative. So you want to represent yourself in a good way. And for you to represent yourself in a good way, you must equip yourself with all the necessary skills. And self-improvement is one of the basic skills, but yet the most essential skill set that you need. You need to develop passion, desire. You need to develop how to see things from different perspectives, because you have to understand how to disagree with a person and still agree with the person, so you don't break ties with the person. So you have to know how to interact with someone, how to make your point go across without suffocating someone else's point. You have to know how to let someone feel important as much as you would want yourself to feel important. You have to learn to take out self when you're dealing with other people. You cannot have this feeling of easily being hurt. You can't have this feeling of being a victim. A victim that has a victim mentality will not go too far when it comes to self-improvement, because their idea of self-improvement is to be stuck in a loop that suppresses their growth. They see more of the problem than the solution. This is where perspective comes in. It is hard, but it is necessary. You don't know when you may need someone's help, so you have to learn how to end a relationship on good terms, which means that the relationship is never truly ended. So if in the future you needed that person's help, they will recall how you treated them. Even if they didn't treat you well, they will still remember how you treated them. And because of that, they may bless you with whatever it is you need. You see, every action gives off a reaction. But the reaction can be negative or positive based on your action. So we are in this world, we are in existence. So our mere presence will always give off a reaction. So the question is, what kind of reaction are you giving off? What are other people seeing in you? What energy are you sending out? People will gravitate to a person who smiles more than a person who frowns a lot. But in a business meeting, people will gravitate to someone who is more stern and creative and who listens to other people's perspective. So you need to learn to know when to use certain skill sets. Working on yourself is the best investment that you can start. Don't worry about how good you are right now. Leave that to time. All you need to do is to find something to work on. Find something about yourself you need to work on. And you can start this by, if you look at someone who you admire and you see a skill set in them that you would like, you can start working on yourself with that skill set, one step at a time. Do not compare how good the person is compared to you, because you are not in competition with that person. You're only using them as a guide. Take your time and become the best version of yourself. Self-improvement. The hardest thing about it is to start. And the second hardest thing is to stay inspired, where you continue down that same path so you don't give up. Because a lot of people start things, but then they give up. But for those who don't give up, success is theirs, because they see their success. They use their imagination to see what they want, and they vision that while they're going through their trials or their practice run. Don't worry about time. When you are focusing on the right thing, don't worry about time. Just worry about what is important to you. Do you want to be the best version of yourself? Then you must start. And you must continue down that path even when it gets rough. Because things will get rough. And this is where you are put to the test. This is where, if you don't have focus, vision of what you want, and if you are doing something because you desire to do it, or you're doing it because someone else is telling you to do it, this is where that will show up. It will show up in how you give up, or how you don't give up and you push on through. Victory is yours. Anything you start, it's guaranteed to be victorious if you just continue. We just think it's not victorious because we are comparing it to someone else. If you do that, then it's subjective and you are missing the point. You are looking at it from the wrong perspective. You should look at things in the perspective of it is going to enrich your life, it's going to make you better, and it's going to solve a problem in your life or in someone else's life. And it is something that you can live with. Love, peace, and happiness.